You're thinking about becoming a programmer, but you have no idea where and how to start? No worries. In this video, I'll show you how to begin your programming journey. Disclaimer, this topic is completely opinionated. You may have a completely different take on this. Your opinions are appreciated in the comments. Everyone learns differently and has unique methods. Nevertheless, enjoy the video and maybe discover something new for yourself. Some might ask which programming language to start with, but that's actually the least concerning part. In your journey, you'll learn a couple or one that has its specific use case. Yes, you heard me right. Specific use case. Certain programming languages have very specific roles. For example, you don't use PHP to design your website, or you don't use JavaScript to develop a game. Both are possible, but you really don't want to do it, because they are not ideal for those tasks. So, what direction should you go? Let's run through a few options and see which one catches your interest. Webdev. What is Webdev and what do you do there? As the name suggests, you develop websites and web apps. Webdev is divided into front-end, web design and everything the end user sees, back-end, everything behind the scenes like servers and data handling. Full stack combines both front and back-end. Is it better to specialize in front or back-end, or go for a full stack? Well, that's a debate. If you focus on one, you'll become more proficient in it. If you go full stack, you'll be a jack of all trades, valuable but with the risk of mastering nothing. Mobile dev. What is mobile dev and what do you do there? As the name suggests, you create apps for mobile devices, but it's not just phones. Android powers VR headsets, fridges, car systems, and even TVs. You'll target both Apple and Android markets and need to stay up to date because users always want the latest features. Some web dev skills apply to mobile dev, but that's a topic for another time. Game dev. I think the name says it all. You make games, but that involves a lot, such as game development itself, server management if it's a multiplayer, engine development if you're not using an existing engines like Unity or Unreal. Optimization and compatibility, making your game work on both Linux and Windows. Machine learning and data science. Yes, those are not the same, let's break them down. Machine learning, a subset of AI, involves developing algorithms that learn patterns from data. LLMs are part of it, but they're just a small piece. Key learning patterns include supervised learning, regression, classification, decision trees, neural networks, and well, the LLMs, or large language models. Unsupervised learning, clustering, dimensionality reduction, density estimation. Reinforcement learning, agents that can learn by interacting with an environment. Data science involves data engineering, collecting, cleaning, and storing data. Statistical analysis, hypothesis testing, statistics, machine learning modeling. Data scientists prepare data sets for machine learning models. Embedded programming. Before diving into embedded programming, let's understand embedded systems. Use them daily. Your mouse, game controller, radio, toaster, basically anything running on microprocessors. Programming operating systems. As the name suggests, you program for operating systems. This includes kernel development and kernel modules, driver and low-end software, low-level softwares like UEFI BIOS, OS security and performance tuning. Devops. A DevOps engineer does many things, but primarily develops and maintains environments where teams can collaborate. It's more than just sysadmin work. DevOps engineers control the code infrastructure, establish automation, continuous feedback, and cross-team collaboration. Cybersecurity. This field branches into different roles. Black hat hackers, which are malicious actors, white hat hackers, ethical security researchers, gray hat hackers operate without permissions, motives vary, red hat hackers, internal contracted groups simulating attacks, blue hat hackers, defenders who monitor and respond to incidents, and the green hat hackers, which are beginners. Cybersecurity involves understanding systems, software, and architecture, penetrating testing, identifying weak spots, studying older exploits, and developing cheating software. So, which path should you choose? That's entirely up to you and your interest. You can try them all or experiment with a few to see what clicks. Sometimes you stumble into something and think, hey, that's pretty cool, I like this. I hope you enjoyed the video, stay hydrated and take care of yourself. Let me know in the comments which direction you're in or interested in. If any of these caught your eye, check out Roadmap.sh for guidance. Take care and have a good one. Bye.